All right. Are we back? Man, the power went out here. So stuff is happening. Yeah, sorry about that. Crazy. Always something, isn't it? Always something. Grooving along and then the power goes out. Let's see. All right, well, let's continue on. Hope everybody makes it back. Yeah, those windstorms around here, I'm sure messing with the electric and the wires and stuff. All right, so we're back. Hey, Ninjatron, how are you? Let's see that poster now. Right, just like a tease. Here's Trypticon, and gotta go. So that's cool. Sorry, it's so shiny. Lower this a little bit so I can just do a roll. See Megatron there. Star Stream design's pretty good. Soundwave, great. Barricade. Breakdown was cool. Brawl. So you're catching up with the Toy Armada with Aaron Archer post power outage, so we're just catching back up. I'll stitch these two things together some other time, I guess. Shockwave, pretty classic. Onslaught. Demolisher, look at that. Look at that. That makes it part of G1, right? Right? Not just Armada. They kind of made him a legacy character. Only that one. He's the only one. Did he actually make the game? Can someone confirm that? I'm not sure. I know if he made the game or not. So those posters are pretty cool. Sorry, folks. Yeah, actually, Video Game Demolisher would be a great way to redo Demolisher. Because he's kind of, edged up a little bit. So I got these. There's no way to frame these. There's no way to hang these up. There's... So I have them. They're really cool. But I haven't been able to do much with them. All right, do you guys want to see Ephemera or the toys that I've managed to save and keep over the years? I'm curious. So downloadable content. All right. That's kind of cool in its own way. I think that thing, it's more like 14 feet or something. I don't have a wall big enough to even when I was at Hasbro, I didn't have a wall big enough. Otherwise, they might have gotten framed up back then. But it's crazy. And it's just a printout, so it's not like it's that crazy to... What would be cool is to get some kind of frame that's a certain size that, I could twist those things and just change the robot that's showing. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I'm still getting that bitrate message, so obviously the weather is messing things up out and about in Rhode Island here today. So wouldn't be. Hey, Shari, how are you? Ephemera toys. Battle it out. So I got my, if you can see behind big guy here, I have the 2 versions of the 20th anniversary Prime. And I didn't realize I still had this, but I have this 20th anniversary Prime, but it is my standard. So that's cool. So I have 3 of these guys still left. I don't know about all these big giant robots. I don't know how I managed to keep 3 of these, but I do have 3. So that's really cool to have that the green tag. Yeah, those old newspaper viewers. Exactly. All right, let's see here. Some fun stuff. Let's look at some Japanese stuff. So Takara would package their toys obviously different. They do BOGOs and are different things. So they had some of their deluxes come with some of the redeco things. So this is the dark saber sword that came with what's his name? Wheeljack, I think is his name. What does a Hasbro standard mean? That is a perfectly valid question. Thank you for getting me off my high horse. In the toy industry, at least at Hasbro and Kenner, you go through the process of making a toy. The designer does their parts, picks colors, picks finishes. The engineer, it's supposed to work a certain way. The marketing people have made certain commitments to how far will this projectile launch, that kind of stuff. Will it sit in vehicles, the toys? These are the real nuts and bolts of what are you really offering. You don't just put a toy out. If it has toys that come with vehicles, they got to fit. Stuff like that. So the standard, and then there's packaging and quality assurance. Does that projectile fire as far as you wanted it to, or does it fire too far? Is the package the way it was meant to be? All that kind of stuff. And everybody part of that group they got their designated spot to sign that off. Now mine isn't signed because the signed ones go back to Asia as a representation of this is approved. This is the toy. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is how it's supposed to, and this is kind of becomes the standard that all others should be based on. We all certify that this is exactly how it's supposed to be, and from there on out, they all should match that. And everybody that participates gets one of these, so that if there's ever a question, you can go back technically and pull that out and go, oh, they must have changed the mold color along the way. That wasn't sanctioned, or whatever. No, it worked before. Look at here, it's working now. So that is what a Hasbro standard is. Let me read a few more here. So that's a great question. Valcasis. Sorry, I'm terrible. Yeah, Japanese Armada packaging. That's one version there. They kind of would promote the line differently than we did. I'm sure I have more, but we're gonna move on to some Energon guys. So I love how they did the Energon characters. Just nice, solid box. So these are the kinds of things that I kept. Just these more rare, for me anyway. Japanese packaging. Just seeing the Optimus Prime in his box takes me back to being a kid. Yeah. Oh wow, you came home and you found that? sitting there. Holy crap. Somebody wanted to convert somebody. How's it going, Harlan? Got to figure out how to get my hands on a Hasbro standard item. Yeah, those are very tough to find. And over the years, back in the Kenner days, they were always important. But now they really have locked them down, and they became collectible somewhat. So good luck. Good luck. It's certainly part of the creation of the toy process. It's the final meeting you have on a given toy. You've done all the work, you presented it, you did all the drawings, you communicated with Hong Kong vendors and engineers, you've worked with everybody internally, they've worked with you, and it's kind of the last meeting to say, yep, this is the toy we all decided to make, or management encouraged us or expected us to deliver. So that's how that works. Let's see here. This is how Takara would send these things to me. And I've never taken this guy out of the package. But this is obviously the... why am I blanking on his name? Kind of the Skyline looking character. Anybody? I'm blanking. It's been a long couple of days. I've been packing and moving and driving, quite literally, and painting the house 6 days straight. So my mind is a little mushy tonight. So, yeah, sideswipe. Thank you. I'm just blanking. Yeah, it's totally sideswipe. At this point, I don't think I need to open it. It's their tape is like duct tape in a way, so it doesn't come off. So it's just kind of cool to just keep that the way it was. Don't have my standard, but I do have an Armada Megatron, which I did not think I had. This box is not terrible, although it's been kind of crushed on one end, as you can tell. But you can tell I put this in a box a long time ago. There's not a lot of scratches on that thing. So I'll have this one displayed. I didn't realize I still had a Armada Megatron that was packaged. Alright, let's look at something crazy. So along the way, I would get different samples from Takara for whatever. We talk a lot about the Brave series and things. So I got a couple of these really weird Brave guys that I didn't even realize I still had. I think you had to put all these labels on. This is an ambulance. A lot of chrome. Fire silver. This is license plate here. But got a bunch of those. Not even sure I have all the parts. But I just love this Japanese styled stuff. This obviously went to the combiner portion of the character. And then way back, way back in 03, 04, there was somebody who started to, I think they used dyes on minicons to create different colored minicons. So they took the actual toy and I think they dyed them. I don't know if anybody has more. I got the C team here. I got the Adventure team. And they're in like different colors. WIIGII exclusive. WII G11. Is it W11, G11, or Ouija exclusive. I don't know what that means. Anybody? Hey Coltron, how are you? And then I just got, randomly sitting here, one of the clear guys. I think this was a tougher one to get, if I'm not mistaken. Again, all this stuff just sitting in a box, hidden away. Didn't even know I had it, really. But this Japanese stuff will definitely be on future shelves back here. This is the kind of stuff I was finding. Yeah, didn't think I had a lot of Brave stuff still around. Yeah, it was one of those guys in that whole crew with David and gang. They gave me a lot of the dyed minicons at one point. Yeah, transparent Transformers are always pretty cool. And then I kept minicon teams. The blue boats. I guess the blue boats are tough to find. We didn't even change the packaging. Things were going so well. Oval. I really like this. That's a great triple change minicons. They don't get a lot of love for being triple changers or weaponizers or whatever we want to call them, but they're really cool regardless. A bunch of my Batman stuff. Yeah. 90s right there. Woo! Hey Red, how are you? Yeah, I was a big Shogun fan, and I correctly, for some reason, bought both of the Voltrons back in the day when that just started. I think that was that like Toonami or somebody, Cartoon Network or somebody made those or promoted them. I also have the Super 7 Stormtrooper and a couple of my Shoguns left, but yeah, I haven't busted those out. I haven't talked about them, so I figured I'd kind of debut them here today. And yeah, I admittedly say that I don't realize what I kept is what I kept for me and things that interested me or part of my story. I don't really look at value. I don't collect toys, so I don't even know if those things are rare or if they're expensive now or whatever. I still have the shipper boxes over here. My Garuger is 137 of 500, and my Go Lion is 279 of 500. So there you go. I remember playing with that Batman Night Force Ninja toys at FAS Schwartz. That's awesome. That's awesome. I did every Night Force Ninja. I don't know if you know that, but this was my line. I helped create the logo, the packaging look. I designed every character almost. I did all the weapons and then had a friend do the technical drawings. I did things like design special shoes on every one of them. Little inside baseball. Speaking of baseball, we were still doing starting lineup at the time, and the red and the dark blue on his hands and boots are Cleveland Indians Style Guide MLB colors. And look at that Batman Beyond like logo there before Batman Beyond. This thing has everything. It's got chrome head. Look at that chrome head, hot stamped logo. Night Force Ninjas. One of my favorites. Will always be. Did you design the Minicon who was the little green tank with 2 gray missile pods on the top that turned into arms? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, Cleveland. Batman, if he was from Cleveland, no doubt. There's a real playfulness that's kind of gone from modern comic character toys. Absolutely. Absolutely. I come from an era that is toy focused, feature, spring loaded, as I'm starting to say. I come from the spring loaded era, and it is very different now. Most of the toys that I would have been designing in the 90s and the early 2000s, through Armada and stuff, those largely now are the rescue heroes, rescue bots, kind of the preschool era kind of product lines. That's where you still get features and play value, kid play value. The actual inspiration for Night Force Ninjas was Capcom's Darkstalkers. I don't know if you can see the vampire in there, but that's an aspect of it. Certainly an aspect of it. I'm working on a mini movie. Someday I'll get it done, and it'll explain all those things. Now, here's something you don't see every day. This is just a package comp of the 100th edition Batman. And it's a comp because all the yellow has faded over the years. It's got nothing on the back. This would have sat at a toy fair just on the shelf as an example of what was coming out. I think that's the real product in there. That's not a paint master or anything. It hasn't changed colors or any of that. So I did the 100th edition Batman, which is at the time a really big deal. Why I got to do this one is kind of a funny story. The old school Kenner designers, they liked features, they liked spring loaded, so something like that, a static figure screwed to a base, meant to be a collector item, was in 97, 96, whenever we made that. It made no sense to them. That was not the toy world that they lived in. I miss those play features too. We live in a replica world that everything is part of the promotion of the films or shows, and risk and fun and aren't there in the toy lines, mostly because the kids aren't there. They've moved to digital. So again, those features are on the low end because kids are still into that before they get their first digital devices. And then once they start moving out of that, it pushes all the way up to the $35 Black Series stuff. And you don't need features as an adult, is the how they think of that. All right, so that's box one. Got a set of G.I. Joe playing cards from their 25th anniversary in 2007. Little kids are still into the features, absolutely, but once they get that digital devices, it's trickier. All right, let's pull out some more Armada stuff. Here is another way that Takara did Minicons. Pretty cool packaging. And here's that same set. Different deco, because this is the redeco. But so that was the original deco there, and then Takara's version. I love their illustrations. I like this little plastic bump out. I don't know. Can you see that with the light? It creates a little effect on the logo, which is kind of fun. Yeah, the bubbles are always cool. If you can do fun stuff with those, it's really cool. You know, they did the whole logo there, the whole Unicron logo. Let's see if I can figure out how to get that to... There you go. Right on the blister, big Unicron logo. Very cool. Very cool. Nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, Transformer toy, or the Armada toys in particular, were designed to be very, the word we used all the time was intuitive. You could pick them up and know where to break them and pretty much make a human form out of it pretty easily. So there is something, and then with the fun play features, compelling product. All right, let's look at some other. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Don't know what's in this box. Do not know. Or don't remember. Nice. So clearly, Armada Megatron is one of my most popular designs. It's accepted by everybody that Megatron's pretty cool, regardless if you were into animated or not, or Armada or not. So it's cool to have that. Stick with I got all kinds of stuff. I got these, you know, the Universe guys. Robot Heroes. Let's see how many of these I actually have. Not too many. Got a bunch of Batman stuff here. There he is. This is a pretty good one too. All clean, you know, for all the Sideswipe fans. Armada Sideswipe fans. Blur. That's cool. Haha. Somebody needs to tell me what this one's worth. Did this come out? Or was it an exclusive? Or what was the deal? Hasbro and Takara could do colors that suited their market, and they go for poppier colors. We went for more sophisticated colors. Is the easiest way to say it. Armada Deluxe packaging is sweet, absolutely. Hey CD Freedom, how are you? Got another. Look at this 2-pack. Come on, Optimus with the Matrix and Unicron. What the heck? Yeah, I haven't. I know the red one. I mean, I spec'd the red thrust first, and because Demolisher and the Redeco Hotshot and a few others fell into this red, rusty kind of area, he got pushed to gold, and we changed it. So in my mind, I don't know if anybody else calls it this, but this is Spawn Thrust for me. Just, that's what it is. It's Spawn Thrust. I've never said that out loud before, but that's what it is. Do I have a whole wave? Look at this. I got Thundercracker and Jazz. Marcelo Materi did all of the inputs for these guys, and he might have even done the package illustration. Double dipped. So that's cool that I have a lot of those. Got another one of these guys. My pride and joy. The fun thing too, he's got a ring in the back. Okay, a little ring you hold on with your finger to push those buttons. But the ring detaches so that you could spin the whole Batman and make him do crazy kicks and stuff. That's how much fun we were having back in the day. That is true. Okay. Everything else is Batman. My Pirate Two-Face. Crazy, crazy. Trying to see if I have any more weird stuff. Oh, look at that. Got 2 Night Force Ninja Riddlers. I also did this guy, another standard. Alright, of the Bob Kane classic Batman. So I became the go-to guy for some of these kind of one-off items. Let's see, when would that one have been? 98. 98. Of course, I have all my Night Force Ninja guys here. This is the rookie card of Azrael for anybody playing at home. So yeah, I got all my guys. A third Riddler. That's crazy. I did the Alien Resurrection line. For some reason, I got Ripley here by herself. I like this box. This box was fun. This was one of our first. If you go back into the deep history, this is the beginnings of Hasbro collector product. Doing any kind of wild packaging and little extra sticker, call out the signature series, that kind of thing. That was brand new. Alright, that's the last thing I got tonight, for toys anyway, and then we'll move to Ephemera. So, there he is. Archer, leader of the Gorgonites. This guy's not going back. This guy's not going back in a box. The guy is officially living out in the wild now. Alright. Start to see what's gonna be happening here. And then I have all this other stuff, which is wild. Not going to bore us going through all the badges, David Mack wins, okay. We can't all be super VIPs to all the BotCons, but look at this one. 09, I think I got Tyrese sign that one. That's funny. 07, I signed my own BotCon badge. Got a 2009 Comic-Con badge. So here's how they changed. They started getting put into these sleeves with the professional printed what have you, and they started doing the promotion with the other stuff. Toy Fair 09, all access. What was this? I don't even know what this was. All access to something. I don't remember. Might have been a production thing. Not sure. Comic-Con could be a gauntlet. So this is all my paper stuff that's in this little section. Mostly magazines and stuff. Target did some sort of promotion with BotCon. No idea where that little pin came from. Must have done a promotional activation something or other along the way. Wow. Weird notes. Not going to show that. Alright. Got all the Toy Fair covers that I was fortunate enough to be a part of. I take credit for that one too. Got the Entertainment Weekly cover. I should get a lot of these framed. I got a ton of them. Got 2 of those. Got Entertainment Weekly again with Megan Fox, G.I. Joe. Oh, was this part of the Target cover? Oh yeah. Little comic with a reader in there. Let's see. Wow. Let's see here. What is this? Rise of Cobra production notes. Wow. Cast, stunt coordination, the credits. Everybody who did everything. That's crazy. I didn't know about that. I forgot about this. Has a envelope in here, which was my tickets to the, I guess, G.I. Joe premiere. So this is all that just weird stuff that I kept along the way. Some of it is also G.I. Joe. Ended up with a lot more Toy Fair covers than I recall. Very cool. So, ended up with a lot more Toy Fair covers than I would have thought. And those of you who don't remember, Toy Fair magazine was kind of a monthly overview of what was happening, what was new, what was selling well, what was coming out, what were people doing in the industry. Kind of a fun. Eric Siebenahler, wow, that is the man right there, people. I did a lot of Transformers for a long time, and I wouldn't have been able to do probably a third of them, or 2/3 of them without Eric saving my bacon along the way. Great seeing you, buddy. That's awesome. Eric and I did so much work together behind the scenes and to make all those Unicron trilogy things and animated and everything happen. And good to see you participating, man. You should get more love on these things. Very cool. Very cool. Got a little Transformers on that one. I don't even remember some of these covers. Spider-Man 3, can't wait. You know Venom is in that one? It's gonna be awesome. Wow. Vanity Fair. I literally don't remember collecting half of these, but the Wired cover at the time was that was the cool thing. This was the coolest promotion that we had going on in that regard. I think that's Tony Bacala's or Alex Weiner's icon. It's a patch. I got a 2005 patch, I think. What that's from. Eric, you and I have to get on one of these and just focus on like one wave of product or something, and people see how much we did back and forth. I can't recall half the Transformers I did or didn't design because I knew I would kick things off, and then Eric would draw some stuff, I would draw some stuff, I would draw a real rough sketch, and then Eric would finish it and go through a couple more rounds. It's almost hard. Basically, every guy I take credit for that is past the first few waves of Armada, Eric's also in there. Yeah, we definitely need to do a show. Definitely. The Hasbro Planet, which was an internal magazine that Hasbro made. Promoting that. There's again. Oh, look at that. I found another G1 sticker book. Before Super 7 was a toy company, they were a enthusiast company doing a magazine. And at one year for BotCon, they did a special cover that was kind of Don Figueroa's art, but kind of die cut. So they basically stapled a new cover around the current magazine. So really cool. That's a cool one. Game Pro. Anybody remember Game Pro? Got License magazine. Brian Goldner on the cover. I think I'm in this thing somewhere. Yeah, one of the worst pictures of me ever. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Is this interesting to you guys? I have all the Super 7 magazines. Oh, wow. Okay. Got that. Post-it notes from Animated. I got invited to the Bay Films Christmas party. This is the invitation. Got the map to the Paramount lot. Spent a lot of time on that Paramount lot, and if you watch Community, a lot of that was filmed on the Paramount lot, so it's funny because I used to walk past all the outdoor places they have. Wow. Yeah, and there's another holiday invite. Oh, that was my auction card for when I did a thing with Hasbro. There's a lot of the crew that participated in the first movie. That's cool. I didn't know I had that picture. Very fun. Very fun. I got my visitor passes from all the different times I went to go talk to Spielberg. Up at Amblin Entertainment. Wow. Yeah, my name's even on here. Huh. Very cool. A pack of Fleer cards that I don't remember what these came from or with. Armada. I'll put those in my... Might open those up. Ooh, here we go. There's my screening ticket to the first Transformer movie and the invite to the party, I guess. Get some of this stuff maybe framed. Letter giving me one of the movie DVDs. Okay. Bear with me here. And some of this stuff I must have cut out of a Japanese magazine. Huh. Is this interesting? Animated was certainly Eric's favorite. We don't even need to ask about that one. Again, guest passes. Let's see. When would this have been? Date? (9/26/07). Okay. We have the fly paper. That was a promotional one. That was the big wall sticker things. There's another guest pass to Paramount. 9/12/08. Some reason I have a Beetleborg or Kamen Rider or something promotional thing. For whatever reason, kept my Comic-Con name tags. Transformers 2 and G.I. Joe we're promoting for those. Ooh, look at that. That is a good one. Give us something to talk about. My 08 badge for some reason. I wrote some extra on it. Here's another one from 10/6/08. I got a lot of guest passes to Paramount. During the promotion of the first movie, my name was out there a lot, and my someone local did a Canton, Ohio, personal interest story, and my third grade teacher wrote me a letter, which was just awesome. It was just awesome to hear from somebody that knew you when you were a little kid. Very cool. He was one of my favorite teachers. You don't get a lot of male teachers when you're a young kid. Just wasn't normal. So he was a good role model. Nice guy. Mr. Hayes. All right, so that is that stash. Is this interesting to you guys? Is this unique? I don't know. It's stuff I've kept over the years. So this is something we've talked about in the past when I talked about mold plans. Oh, yeah. So I have the Unicron mold plans. Okay. I'm gonna cover some stuff, but you can see here where I would write change part, like put this in a different, and then we'd move it to, that would be like, this would be mold 1, and then there'd be another you know, mold and all the different parts on all the different sprues. So, yeah. But this is, you know, plus 15 pages of different molds. That's how many molds Unicron had, you know, the rings, the inner leg, the forearm, the bicep, you know, some of the little feature areas. These were sent from the Hong Kong office, I think, from Takara, because there's the Minicon, aspects of the Minicon, you know, the main chest. Because what I don't have on these is the weight and size, as well as the mold and the mold material and the mold finish. So this is obviously in development, not part of the creating, you know, the spec part. So that's interesting. I talk a lot about the mold plans. So there we go. How we doing? Oh. Mostly okay. Mostly okay. Alright. Then I got a bunch of newspaper things and goofy stuff that's not as fun to look at, maybe. Not as sexy anyway. Hey everybody, you remember Rachel Taylor from the first Transformer movie? What happened to her? How can you be in a big movie and then just disappear? I don't get it. I don't know. USA Today. So this is all my newspaper junk here. Guys looking at stuff in the shelves. New place is just getting started. I literally rolled in yesterday at midnight, so I'm not even 24 hours in the joint yet. Oh yeah, I got Yoke-san at a BotCon, or maybe that's is that Singapore Con? No. I got everybody's excited about the newfangled, you know, sandworm bucket and whatnot. I still just have my old-fashioned Transformer popcorn bucket. What do we got here? Promoting that the Transformer toys were coming out. That's pretty wild. I don't remember that. I don't know where that poster would have been. These were seat covers for reserving seats for the Hasbro premiere. Pretty cool. Kind of different. Another just movie one folder. I think that's it. That is the bulk of that stuff. Went through it pretty quick, but that's the kind of stuff I kept. I was so involved with this stuff that I just kept making a pile. Every time I got something, I'd add it to the pile, and we just went through the pile. Wasn't Rachel Taylor in Jessica Jones? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Jiro's been here the whole time, chilling, trying to make sense of where he's living now. Let's see. Yeah, I probably need to do a big kind of just fanboy kind of bunch of things in a frame. But can anybody tell me what this was? Do you guys remember what those were from? They look like they're made by Fleer. 4 of 4, it looks like. Or 4 of 6, maybe. My eyes are pretty bad. Yeah, I bought that big guy in Rusty Robot. Let's talk about that real quick, just because I was thinking about it earlier. Somebody wants fed. So we talk about white plastic yellowing a lot. So I bought this back when it came out, 1999 from Bandai. One of the greatest things about this, the battery still works. How is that possible? It's a 25-year-old toy.
This is serious business.
Not even slow.
Fire in the hole!
Not even slow. So, oh yeah, maybe a cereal promotion or something, you know? Yeah. So yeah, this guy has certainly, it's hard to see in this light, he has certainly yellowed. Certain parts like the soft hasn't yellowed, but you can certainly see it. I'm gonna turn on some other lights. But what happens, and it's impossible for it not to happen, is like you see how it's kind of darker on the upper surface and lighter on the bottom surface. That's the sun hitting it and light hitting it, and that's going to cause the some of the natural pigment to come out of the plastic over time. And there's, you know, I'm not the type that is going to bathe my stuff in hydrogen peroxide and whatever, try to get it more white. It is just what it is at this point. But that is, you know, this is an example of a whole different company and a whole different toy suffering the same issues that we deal with various white products. Because you can tell where the white paint on around the button and on his buckle belt there, really white, because it's painted, you know, and you can just see where it's different. The ABS has changed, but not the PVC. The PVC fist is still white. But yeah, I bought this when it came out. I still got all the little bits. This thing is crazy. Those of you unaware, there's a lot of extra features in this thing. He's got these tiny little nipple hinges that are just very Japanese. This was designed by Bandai, and it feels more Japanese than most things that I've come across. I'll deal that way. But cool dude, but I wanted to point out how the white definitely is an issue everywhere. So with that, yeah, the interior detail of that thing is super cool. It is based on a Frank Miller comic, although I would say it's based on a Jeff Darrow comic because the style is so cool. Let's see. Yeah, anything white is gonna eventually kind of go more bone colored. It's the plastic ABS often. its natural state is more of a bone white, and over time the white pigment will leach out, because you don't need to put as much white pigment in natural ABS color to get it to look white for a while. And what will happen is that little bit of white they put in will leach out over time, and you'll end up with a bone colored toy. And that's why I always point out that anybody who's ever seen a C-3PO from the original Star Wars run, where the chrome has come off of it, it's a bone, milky, darker color. That is what happens to white plastic particularly. They just don't load it with enough of the pigment to keep it white for as long as other colors. I must ask, I know someone who is connected to TFUK Con. I've been asking for suggestions. I've gone to TF Nation back in 2014, I think I went. Always willing to go to England, absolutely. Great fans over there, because for whatever reason they either got a lot of Transformers, but Italy, England, obviously the Asian markets, they're huge Transformer spots. Italy for Beast Wars. Italy was a big market for Beast Wars. Yeah, it does kind of have that Trendmasters vibe a little bit. I'm sure the Bandai people wouldn't want to hear that, but you're not wrong, Red. You're not wrong. All right, well, it's 11:30. Like I said, I just wanted to go through some of the stuff that I got to figure out now what to do with since it's been out. Show you guys some of the stuff I've kept, and all that good stuff. I still do have, like I said, the sketchbooks on the archermonster.com. This just came out, so it's the new version of mostly movie and G1 transforming robots. I'm probably going to do a Unicron trilogy. My book partner AJ is thinking later in the year, so we'll see how this one does. I don't have a lot of shows, so we'll see if that one online does well. And then, as always, I have the finished art on the site. That's one of the newer ones. The guy came out looking really nice. I got Bumblebee here. It's kind of folded up in his package, but that's what he's looking like. So I do have original art. You can check me out on ArcherMonster_creative, where I put up the illustration art almost every couple days. I'm going to get back into it now that I'm out of my moving phase. Oh, we got another Aaron in the house. How's it going? So with that, I think I'm going to call it a night, and hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek, and I appreciate everybody who followed me after the power outage. So thank you, and check out the sites, like and subscribe, and we will see you soon on another Toy Armada long form. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.